What's that I hear? Persons jumping onto the Boruto bandwagon in 2021? Welcome everyone, Sanjay Uchiha here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having an awesome holiday season. But similarly to a video I did last year, October, where I talked about my expectations and my speculations and my predictions and all that jazz and blues for Boruto 2020, we're back again this year to talk about Boruto 2021 and just my general expectations and just a general discussion regarding the I guess the direction of the franchise going into 2021. Of course, if you're a Boruto fan, or just generally speaking a Naruto fan, who's going to be interested in hearing opinions on Boruto in 2021, definitely hit that like button, that subscribe button. It definitely helps me out. Public service announcement. We're talking about Boruto 2021 today, but tomorrow we'll be talking about Boruto 2020 in review among some other stuff. So join me for the live stream, the final live stream here on Sanjay Uchiha for 2020, Wednesday nights. Maybe 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You should see the notification or something of the sorts. But anyway, let's get into it. So Boruto 2021, right? Let's split this in two different sections. So I'll save the more interesting for last, debatably the more interesting, but let's get into it. So the anime, Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the anime. Now I know I did mention bandwagon there in the beginning, but the fact of the matter is, objectively speaking, the Boruto anime has been, it's been a long time coming to get to this point. Let's be honest. We're 180 episodes in as of this recording, and we're finally getting into adapting the events of chapter 16. Now, I've spoken at length time and time again about how the Boruto anime simply started too early, and due to the nature and the setup for the Boruto manga being monthly, they had no choice but to fill out the anime with quote-unquote filler or canon filler, however you want to slice and dice it really. And we're finally at the point where you can adapt chapter 16 with Boruto episode 181, which should be coming up in a week or two, give or take. So yeah, so the Boruto anime, I mean, objectively speaking, it isn't bad, I've said before, but it's been something, yeah. But honestly, if you've been watching my videos for the last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, I've been saying that the Kara activation arc, starting with the parts where Deepa was introduced, the anime has, I'd say, skyrocketed in terms of like quality and just, probably not quality, but at least when it comes down to the investment into the show from the fans here in the West, I think it's taken a rise, a spike in terms of that. So yeah, so going into 2021, as we know, we're getting into the Vessel arc, adapting essentially chapters 16 and beyond for the Boruto manga into the anime. So that's one thing that we have to really and truly look forward to with the anime going into 2021. Now, in terms of my expectations for it, you have to be honest with yourself. If episode 65 of the Boruto anime is anything to go by, yeah, if episode 65 is anything to go by, we know we're in for some major expansion when it comes on to the fights, when it comes on to the expansion on terms of like giving more context to certain narrative elements, which we've already been getting since the Kara activation arc up to this point. Honestly, Boruto anime wise is going to be killing it for 2021. I would almost say 2020 was almost the year of Boruto, but 2021 is really shaping up to be it, because right now the Boruto anime, especially with the recent Kawaki trailer, persons are, honestly, from what I can see, very invested. They're anticipating what's going to happen, or at least how it's going to be executed when it comes down to adapting the material from the manga, because fights, more context, more build up, more payoff to narrative elements in the manga that you would have like brushed over. The Boruto anime is going to take the story, I think, to the next level. And again, it's something I've said before, this is just something that I personally wanted from the Boruto anime since day one. And I don't want to turn into the Boruto like anime review, but yeah, it has gold moments, I feel, but for the most part it's been almost hit or miss sometimes. I wouldn't say it's fall to like suckish levels, but it's just always been kind of on a level. But yo, trust me, Boruto anime, It's going to be something. Now, if you're a manga reader, in terms of like my expectation in terms of how far they'll go in 2021 with the Boruto anime, I'm kind of expecting at most to go towards the end of the first fight with Naruto and Sasuke versus X and Y person. Just to not give anybody any spoilers. So essentially, I'm expecting to get chapter 16 to about 38 adapted into the anime, and more novel content in the anime. Of course, I'm expecting that because yes, we're finally here in the Vessel arc. We're finally there after 180 episodes. But the fact of the matter is we still have to deal with the reality of the problem that the Boruto franchise has, and is that the manga just is not far enough. So a lot of extra content from the different sections of the Boruto franchise will have to be introduced. So that's the reality of it. But for the most part, I'm expecting great things from the Boruto anime. I think it's going to take the story, the narrative, and just the eyes that are going to be on the Boruto anime. I think a lot more persons are going to be invested in what's going to happen, and it's going to take the franchise to the next level. No. I wouldn't want to say the meat and potatoes, because the reality of it is that both anime and manga for Boruto in 2021 are going to be next level, more than likely. Now, 2020 introduced us what I called Boruto Week because that particular week where we had like a million and one things happening, from Kishimoto coming in to take over. That's something I don't think anybody expected, no matter what Shonen Jump or V Jump or whoever it is wants to say that it was always part of the plan. Nobody expected Kishimoto to come back in. I think that week we had the end of the Kara activation arc, the final fight against Deepa, as well as the Boruto chapter for that week, if memory serves right. So that was a very interesting week, and it kind of, I guess, pushed up Boruto's points in 2020 to make 2020 almost the year of Boruto. But going into 2021, you have to, like with chapter 53, with that chapter 53 is the latest, right? Yeah. 53 being the latest, and seeing what happened with Borushiki taking center stage to go up against Kawaki, Naruto, and Sasuke. Going into chapter 54 to, let's say, 63? 54, yeah, about that. 12 chapters for 2021. There are a lot of expectations. There's going to be a lot of eyes on what's going to happen with the Boruto manga for 2021. And I'm here to hype you up for it. So, yes, I mean, but yo, the aftermath, or the conclusion of what's going to happen in these last few chapters for the pre-time skip, the time skip itself, probably potentially almost getting to the point of Boruto versus Kawaki in the flash forward, and finally getting some idea of what happens. I'm probably stretching this, might be, but who knows. But I mean, it was even said by Ikemoto that that point isn't far off. So more likely the time skip is something to look forward to for Boruto in 2021. Now, the finalization of these last two chapters, as I said, regarding the pre-time skip, is definitely something that we are going to look forward to. Finalizing Boruto, or just to even flashback for a bit, Boruto's character being elevated to a fan favorite was one of my predictions for 2020. And while it didn't happen in its entirety or much at all, probably just a bit maybe, I think 2021 will definitely be the year where Boruto's character will, I think we'll see a shift in how fans perceive him, because a lot of the things are promises that were made in terms of his life being descending into darkness needs to, we need to see that on paper for 2021. So that's what I'm saying. Really and truly, that's one thing that we can probably look forward to for Boruto's character itself in 2021. It will more like be a very interesting year for Sarada as well, because for the most part, manga wise, we've been heavily focusing on Boruto Kawaki, Naruto, Sasuke, well, the last remnant, well, quote unquote, the last remnants of Kara. And with how things are playing out and being set up in terms of emotional conflict right now between like Boruto and himself, given his karma seal and what's happening now in the manga, Boruto and potentially Sasuke and Naruto, Kawaki, now things are being set up. There is going to be, I feel, a strong emotional response from Sarada once all of this is said and done, and based on the decisions that are made after this fight against Borushiki. So I think 2021 might in fact be setting up things for potentially a year of Sarada as well, potentially speaking. So that's something you can look forward to, Sarada and Mitsuki. And I don't want to honestly, I don't really care, but who knows, we could also see a lot of Boruto's classmates making, I wouldn't say take center stage, but make cameo appearances in the manga as well, to at least pay off and start to tie things even more strongly between the anime and the manga at the same time. So that's probably something we can look forward to as well. Definitely one of my predictions for Boruto 2020 specifically was to learn more about the Otsutsuki clan, and we more or less did, but it was more so like the mechanics behind how they operate. 2021 I feel Kishimoto needs to do a somewhat decent job of getting us more invested in the Otsutsuki clan as antagonists, or even Kara if if what remains of it is going to play a role in all of this. So there is that as well. So just generally speaking, surface level at least, superficially speaking, there is still a lot to look forward to. Time skip, a lot of things in terms of Boruto and potentially Sarada's character, potential cameos from other characters from the anime, the fate of Naruto and Sasuke in terms of their role going into the time skip. That's going to be something that's going to, just the training, just a lot of things to look forward to and just get hype about when it comes on to the Boruto manga as well. So yeah, enough things. And just come like in the sum of the Boruto anime and manga together, I think taking all things into consideration, this is 2021. Despite the madness of 2020, 2021 really and truly is looking like it's going to be the year of Boruto. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some things that that I missed, but I don't want this video to drag on too much longer. Let me know what your expectations and speculations are for Boruto in 2021, guys, because there's so much things to look forward to, and despite the objective problems with the series, it continues to be successful. And honestly, next year is going to turn some more eyes, turn some more heads to look at it and say, yo, despite it's starting to really and truly come into its own to be a series that has finally come out of filler. Well, canon filler, you know what I mean. But yo, if you made this far, respect for tuning in, and of course shout out and respect to everybody again who supported me this year on the channel. Of course, if you haven't heard, I did make it into YouTube partner program, so yo, just respect. And I'd love to see you come out for the live stream tomorrow night, because we'll definitely, well, I hope to have persons on to just talk about Boruto in 2020 and other series such as like Black Clover, which I got into this year, Dragon Ball Super, and other miscellaneous madness and foolishness that comes to mind. So yeah, that should be at least be a 2 to 3 hour stream, so it's going to be fun just kind of talking with you guys. So come out, show some support, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, let me know what you think. And don't ask me why I'm laughing. I'm in a good mood. I'm looking forward to 2021. But thanks again, guys. Make sure to like this video, share it out, let's start a discussion. Hit me up on Discord if anything, and I'll see you in the next, well, tomorrow night for the Boruto, or the live stream of live streams. Yeah. Alright, too much. See you guys tomorrow night.